Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Tyagara here, and I welcome you guys back to another episode of Oop 3D 3-Heart Run. The last episode, we knocked out a good chunk of the Fire Temple, I'd say. I was only intending on going about halfway through, up to the Megaton Hammer, but upon obtaining the Megaton Hammer, I realized it was well over halfway through the dungeon. This time, we're going to be finishing up the Fire Temple by beating Volvagia over the head with the hammer multiple times, just like the legendary Goron hero did many years prior, so history will be repeating itself. And as you can see with the Megaton Hammer, I just want to show it off. If you swing it without locking onto anything, or even if you just do a regular L target, it will be a vertical swing downwards. But if you L target and then hold left or right on your control stick, you will instead get a horizontal swing. Now, as you can see, it does not work when you are not L targeting. I'll just turn you around. Also, remember in Jabu Jabu's belly how we had to use crates to weigh down a blue switch? Same principle applies here. You don't want to smash those crates there. You want to bring them down with you, stand on the switch, and then just press R to drop it, to pull out your shield, and make your way on through this door. Okay, now here we have another smiley face that we can knock. I did not mean to horizontally swing. I guess you can do it without out-targeting, but it sent it through the floor there, as you can see. Here we are back in this room once again. There's a big rusted switch that we cannot step on, so you gotta hit it over the head with the Megaton Hammer. Thank you, Navi, for pointing that out to us. We walk on through here, and there's a block of time, so why don't we whip out the oot, of course, and then play the Song of Time. A lot of times there in one sentence, but forgive me. We'll be moving it there, and it's another rusted switch underneath. So we're just gonna hop across there and grab that real quick. And use the block of time there to give yourself a bit of a boost. Move forward there, very nice. Navi's glowing green to indicate that there's something we can do with an Ocarina song, of course. Hitting the switch and not missing it twice like I did there will open the door to this second last Goron prisoner. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you your secret for saving me. The door is hidden behind the statue at the entrance to this temple, but the Goron special crop won't work on it. Do you have anything stronger? We do, actually. And unlike the Goron special crop, this one doesn't have ammunition. We'll never run out of hammers. Granted, the game is very good at keeping you stocked up on bombs. It's unlikely that you'll ever run out unless you just run around spamming them like a madman, which, don't be that guy. Don't just spam bombs. I mean, it's a waste, and then you'll probably hurt yourself too. So, you know, just use bombs when necessary. Not to quote Peppy Hare again, but you know, use bombs wisely. Never fails. Alright, so we're just gonna hit this Megaton Hammer. We're gonna hit that giant pillar there, and it's gonna send you back down to the room where you first met Darunia, in this dungeon, that is. So if you remember correctly, the first Goron prisoner we freed mentioned something about hitting a pillar down from the ceiling there, so that's how we had to do it. Through this door here, you're gonna find the compass, actually. I meant to show it off in the last episode, but I completely missed it. My bad. We're gonna head on through this hallway there, and there it is waiting for you. It is not necessary to complete the dungeon, though, so don't feel bad if you miss it. Hell, I've had many playthroughs where I just completely forgot about it and just made my way through unbothered. But anyway, I would like to go back on something I said many episodes back. Hi, Boulder. I was calling Aurora's Wind very useless. I was very adamant about how useless I thought it was. But truth be told, in dungeons like the Fire Temple, you can use it to, like, you know, go back to the entrance. But why do that when you just drop down here? Because, you know, the boss room is to the left of the entrance of the dungeon, but you can just drop down, and since it's plot mandated, you don't take any fall damage for doing so. Now, of course, that's the entrance right there to the boss dungeon, or to the boss room, excuse me. But what you want to do is, remember how that Goron told us that there is a statue at the entrance to the temple? We want to go after that first. So, we just want to drop down the staircase here, and go to the right of it. I know that's my left, but it's really the right if you come in from the entrance of the temple there. Just do a couple swings here. 1, 2, 3. I know you can hit it horizontally, but it also registers as hitting it vertically. Now, hitting it horizontally looks a lot more realistic, but vertically is just so unrealistic that it's kind of funny. Here in this room, all we want to do is just clear it of all the enemies inside, so let's just... I don't want to waste any arrows, actually, because you need them in the fight against Volvagia. He's gonna start flying around at some point, and when he does, you need to hit him with arrows, or else he'll start breathing fire on you. Now, I don't know the exact amount of damage that his fire breath does, I just know it does at least 3 hearts of damage, so if I get hit by that, I will be one-shotted. So we just want to steer clear of that, okay? Sound good? Also, as you can see with the torch slugs, if you hit the ground surrounding them with the Megaton Hammer, it will knock them on their back. But you can also hit them with it, and it will knock them over. And when that happens, you don't have to worry about getting hit by their flames, which is really nice. So there we go. It's just stick and move around it. Link starts spinning around like crazy. Now through this room here, we've got a room almost identical to one from earlier, just filled with, you know, tiles that are going to launch themselves at us. So let's just let them break themselves on our shield. Another like, and one more gold skulltula for the dungeon here. Please L-target Link, thank you. Alright, want to stand back. You don't want to hit him from the top. Remember, just try and hit him from the middle of his body. It just takes 2 regular slashes to take him down. You can't use a jump slash, sadly. 1 slash will do the skulltula in. A couple red rupees that go to waste because our wallet is full, sadly. And through here, we have one final flare dancer. So I'm just going to re-equip my hookshot to X there. And, you know, defeat him like we defeated Morpha. Oh, real quick, I actually want to put the Megaton Hammer to Y so I can do this. Do more damage faster, you know? Breaking away, but of course you can try and pull him back with your hookshot, but if he's out of the range of fire, of course you will not get him. You want to mainly try and hookshot him in straightaways like this. Now, even then, I was too slow. It's just faster, honestly, to take him down with your sword, so just thought I'd show it off that you can attack him with the Megaton Hammer. And of course, he gets his corporate-mandated iframes, sadly. Not a fan of those at all, but is what it is. Let's just hit him real quick. The game will be so kind. There we go. He's breaking away again. See if we can get him a 3rd time, or if his mandated iframes are going to come in clutch. Almost did there, but we got him. I think 1 more cycle, potentially 2, will do him in. Okay, let's just hookshot him away from there. Very nice. Now, actually, to tell you the truth, I don't know what happens if you let him dance for too long. I've never let him do it before. I just like bashing him over the head with the hammer. And like I said before in the last episode, I like fighting flare dancers like Morpha, you know, pulling them away using the hookshot. It's just more fun. And as you can see, the hookshot actually deals damage. Of course, you want to backflip out of the way there, lest you get hit by his kamikaze explosion there. Kind of like Hero in Smash. Just don't want to deal with that. But he was very kind enough to drop us some bombs. Now here, inside of this mini chest, we will find another set of bombs. So you can ensure you never run out inside of this dungeon, like I said before. However, they are not necessary for the vagia fight. Instead, all you need to do is hit down this rusted switch with your hammer, and this is our final Goron prisoner, and he is guarding the boss key. Come on, guys, one final time. Say it with me. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Oh, I see. Big Brother Darunia asked you to rescue me. I owe you big time. Please help Big Brother! He didn't even give us a tip or a secret for helping him. How worthless. Look how pissed off Link is. You know, all these other Gorons have been so kind as to give us little tips as we rescue them. But that guy? Nope. Nothing. He's just out of here. Alright, now we got the boss key, so we can make our way back to Volvagia. I'm just going to adjust the items one final time here. The bow is going back to Y, and the Megaton Hammer is going to be on X, because we will be needing it. Oh, wait, I meant to go the other way. My bad. Went back for the compass, and it didn't even matter, because I just went the wrong way like an idiot. But I digress. We're just going to step on through this door here, head up that staircase, go to the left, of course, and then you will find yourselves back in the room with Darunia. Let's just try and avoid the east once again. Oh, there's one thing I am obligated to talk about regarding the Fire Temple that I have not yet touched upon. I'm sure you've heard the story by now about the censored music in the original release of Ocarina of Time for the Fire Temple. Basically, they just used like a stock sound effect that involved like Islamic chanting, I believe. And it was deemed inappropriate and offensive, I believe. So every subsequent release of Ocarina of Time has dropped the Islamic chanting from the Fire Temple. I'll provide a link to it in the description there if you want to go check out the original release and the original version of the song, that is. They also censored a shield that we have not unlocked yet, but I'll talk more about that when we actually get the shield. Anyway, here we have our non-canonical pet, Volvagia. And in case the 9 holes in the boss room and the hammer didn't clue you in enough, this is essentially going to be a fiery game of Whac-A-Mole, or Whac-A-Vol. Vagia. Bad puns, guys. Don't you just love them? Alright, so he's going to submerge. He is the subterranean fire dragon after all. And when he emerges, you want to avoid him, but quickly pull out your Megaton Hammer and beat him over the head. If you take too long, he will try and whack you, so you just want to avoid that. You can backflip and jump slash for additional damage there. Now, next, he's going to emerge from the ground and start flying around. This is why you want the bow and arrow for this. Because he will breathe fire, but you can stop the fire breath by shooting at him. And then, like I said before, his fire breath does at least 3 hearts of damage. I don't know the exact amount. So, you want to keep him from breathing fire by shooting at him. It also makes him return to the ground much faster. So next, we wait for him to emerge. I think it's going to be this one here. Alright, so he's going to back up there. Here he comes. See if we can get any more damage. Sadly not. Alright, so this time he's going to fly even higher, and we'll be able to get a few more shots on him, but soon enough he'll fly out of our targeting range, so you just want to be mindful of that. Don't want to spam your arrows too much. Alright, now when we lose blocking of him, he's going to start raining down boulders from the sky on us, just like the path to the top of Death Mountain, if you remember from the childhood timeline, when we went and met our first Great Fairy, there were those boulders raining down. Looks like Volvagia was responsible for them this whole time. So yeah, you just want to roll around, stay away from them. Patiently wait for Volvagia to return. Don't let him breathe fire on you, of course. He should go back into the ground after a while, but if not, you can speed it up by shooting arrows at him. And then once he emerges, just rinse and repeat with the Megaton Hammer. You want to be quick though, because if he emerges and you take too long to attack him, he will swipe at you. And you know, oh, as you can see here, it does 2 hearts of damage, so I'm at a real risk of dying here. Now, this is a 3-heart run, but I am not advertising it as a no-deaths run, so don't you worry, guys. Even if I die, we're still going to continue the LP as normal. Let's just hope I don't. So, just gotta wait for him to resubmerge, see if we can get a good view of the entire boss chamber. Looks like it's gonna be that one there. Alright, and... once. Oh, that could have been really bad there. I think we interrupted him, and the jump slash will finish off Volvagia. If you read the manga, you're probably crying right now, because it is really sad the way Volvagia's death is portrayed in the manga. Like, Link loved him, he was his first friend outside of the forest, and then he had to kill him. It's genuinely heartbreaking. As you can see, his flesh burns off, his skeleton and his skull are all that remain. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. The heart container is going to be right there as his head dissolves. And you just want to step into this particular hole, as it is the one that contains the blue light that will trap us in the magical rupee and send us off to the Chamber of Sages. Look, we only got 10 arrows left. My god. Oh, real quick. Here's that guy who gives you that piece of heart. Remember him from many, many episodes back? Lots of boulders flying out right now. The curse has been lifted off of Death Mountain and the ring is back to its normal color. Love to see it, guys. Love to know we're making a difference in the world. Here we are back in the Chamber of Sages. And of course, as you can see, the Fire Sage awaits between the Forest and Water ones, so we definitely did this out of order. Here's Darunia, he's got a really nice smile on his face.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race. You turned out to be a real man, just as I thought you would. By the way, I, the wild Darunia, turned out to be the Great Sage of Fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, this must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. Hey, brother, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits. And my friendship.
Alright, guys, coin number 4 in the cool coin collection, and this one's fiery! Isn't that awesome? Okay, here we go. The Medallion of Fire. 2 more remain. Looks like the game wants us to do Spirit then Shadow. So why don't we do Shadow then Spirit, just for fun. You receive the Fire Medallion. Darunia awakens as a sage and adds his power to yours.
Don't forget, now you and I are true brothers.
Well, I don't think we share the same parents, Darunia, so I'm afraid not, but we are still sworn brothers for life. That much I am certain of. Alright, guys, so what I want to quickly do now is bring back my hook shot, actually, because I'm going to need it here. As you can see, there are lots of boulders around here, and thankfully our Megaton Hammer can break through each and every one of them. So what we want to do is head on over here. I'm going to set it to Y for the time being. I'm just going to break it. They usually take 2 Megaton Hammer swings to take care of. That one will open up a grotto for you, but we're just going to ignore it. I'm going to grab some recovery hearts and arrows here. Well, some magic pot there, and 5 rupees. So this is going to open up... You don't want to jump down, because that's going to do a whole heart of damage, even with your fire tunic, so be careful of that. That was just the game's rough camera and my horrible control of it doing me in there. But as you can see, the boulders don't respawn, thankfully. God. Yes, I am very close to dying. I gotta be extremely careful. Again, the pots, their contents don't respawn, sadly. You just want to be extremely careful as you cross this bridge. If your control stick has drift like mine, then you're even more susceptible to falling down. But what we want to do, really, is break down these 2 boulders here, because behind them is our next Great Fairy Fountain. We're going to be healed up, and we're going to obtain another upgrade. Let's pull out Yule Ocarina and play Axie Axie, or Zay Zay once again. Axie Axie is Epona's song, but they contain the same notes, just in a different order. Comes Great Fairy number 4, 5? I don't know. All I know is here she comes, and she is going to extend our magic bar, which is very nice of her. And also heal us up, because we took a little too much damage for my liking there. Look at Adult, he's just so surprised to see her. Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Wisdom. I will grant you an enhancement to your magic power. Receive it now! Alright, thank you very much. It's gonna be twice as long, so we can use more elemental arrows, and also Din's Fire, as well as Furor's Wind, should it ever come to that, more often than we could before, without having to replenish, which is really nice. Your magic meter is enhanced, and our hearts have been replenished. Your magic meter has been enhanced, now you have twice as much magic power. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. You got it, buddy. Alright. But we're not done yet, guys. It's not too far into the episode. I mean, we will be finishing off soon, but real quick, there's something I need to do now that I have the Megaton Hammer. So I want to head off to the right here. I want to show off something as well, actually. Because I briefly touched on it during the Volvagia fight, but I actually want to show it off. So, once you climb this ladder. Also, in case you're wondering how you get that piece of heart over there, you need to plant a magic bean in that soft mound of soil by the entrance to the fire temple. We'll be coming back here as a kid now that we have the ability to travel through time. Also, there's a bombable wall up ahead there. God, coming up this narrow wooden plank with the camera controls, a limited movement. A little rough, I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, not every bombable wall can be broken with your hammer, as you can see, so some you have to pull out the bombs for. Do not think of this as rendering your bombs obsolete. It is far from that. Plus, as you saw in the Fire Temple... Oh, it's just a Gossip Stone. No big deal. As you saw in the Fire Temple, they are very good for, you know, setting off switches from afar. Oh, in case you're wondering why Link just keeps rapidly turning around there, that's my control drift coming in there. He just jumped across like crazy there. I thought I was gonna die. Okay, he just does not want to cooperate right now. God, I'm sorry. I just am not a fan of navigating across these on an angle, because if you jump and fall to your death, then that's a part of damage gone, and plus the room resets. There's a little grotto there. But yes, if this doesn't look familiar enough, this is where we came earlier on. I know I mentioned that before, but just so you can see from the other side. There's our first Great Fairy Fountain to our right there. And if we jump down here, oh, there's a Tektite. Let's just take care of that. As well as some Waltolas. I'm gonna jump slash him. Probably gonna hurt. Oh, nice! I actually didn't take damage. Alright, as you can see, there are no more raining boulders from the sky. Doing Volvagia in is indeed what stopped the boulders from ever falling again, so even in the child timeline, when he had yet to be resurrected, I guess even from beyond the grave, he was still causing trouble for Death Mountain. But anyway, what you want to do is break that boulder in particular there, so you can get this Skulltula. But this is not the last Skulltula on Death Mountain, there's one more. Navi really wants to talk to us, she's going to be telling me to take a break, of course, but I just don't care. I really don't care, Navi, because we're almost done here, so just leave me alone, would you? Right, so jump down here. Hopefully not take any... Oh! I did not think that was going to be enough to do fall damage, but alas. Come on over here. And there is another gold Skulltula behind this boulder here. My controller drift is really bad. I might have to get a new one before the next episode. But alas, guys, that is the last gold Skulltula here on Death Mountain, and that's everything we can do for now. So, on this episode of Oot 3D 3-Heart Run, we managed to slay the legendary dragon Volvagia using the mythical Megaton Hammer. We also got a magic upgrade for our meter there, and we got 2 more gold Skulltula tokens. Next time, we're going to be heading off the past, actually. Actually, no. Next time, we're going to do one of the most famous side quests in the game. I was wrong a minute ago when I said this is all we can do on Death Mountain. There's something else actually, but I'll show you in the next episode. Till then, guys, I've been Tyagara. I thank you all so much for watching, and I bid you guys farewell.